In this lecture we are going to learn about first, what is namespace. Second, what is assembly. Third, how to declare variables, that is identifiers. Fourth, few important things must consider by C# developer before declaring variables. Now, first, what is namespace? So, a namespace is a container of related classes. It is the logical name, giving to the group of related classes. For example, in .NET Framework we have namespaces for working with graphics, images, files, databases, directories, security, etc. Second, what is assembly? As our application grows, we need to partitioning our application. For that we use assembly. So, assembly is the container for related namespaces. This assembly is the DLL file, which stand for Dynamically Link Library, and physically it is on the disk, which is executable. So, when you compile an application, the compiler builds one or more assemblies depending on how you partition your application. Now, how to declare variables, that is identifiers. In C# to declare a variable, we start with a type followed by an identifier and finally semicolon. There are some important things you need to know about identifiers. First one is that an identifier cannot start with a number. You cannot have an identifier like the one you see here. Instead you need to replace first with the word 1. Also, an identifier cannot include white space. So, do not add space in identifiers. Also, note that identifier cannot be a reserve keyword. Reserve keyword means keywords used in programming language. Those which are already reserved. If you want to use a reserved word in your code that matches with one of the C# keywords, you can use @ sign as a prefix in that variable or identifier for your code. And also, always use meaningful names. This way your code will be more readable, more maintainable and cleaner, and everybody will understand. There are 3 popular naming conventions in the C language family: camel case, Pasco case, and Hungarian notation. In camel case, first letter of the first word is lowercase and the first letter of every word after it has to be uppercase. And in Pasco case the first letter of every word has to be all uppercase. In Hungarian notation, prefix the name of a variable with the data type it uses. Hungarian notation is not used in C#. In C# do not to use Hungarian notation because C# developers never use Hungarian notation in their code. They don't like to see Hungarian notation in the code. It makes your code look a little bit ugly. In C# to name your local variables, use camel case, and for constant variable use Pasco naming convention. If you like the video then please like and share it. Thank you for watching.